So I've had my intro into the Capital One ecosystem about a year ago with the Capital One Venture X card. And I couldn't be happier because the card not only offers easy to use credits that essentially make the card free and have good point multipliers for your spend, the card, along with other improvements to the program, is helping Capital One break the stronghold that Amex and Chase have on the credit card game. So let's dive deeper into the Capital One program and see all the different ways you can redeem Capital One miles for maximum value. And I'm gonna use points and miles interchangeably here because in this context, it's essentially the same. Now, one of the big reasons why we use credit cards is for the rewards that we get for spending with them, be it cash back or points and miles. And no matter what, the baseline value you should be trying to beat is getting 2% back in value for all of your spend. Because with popular cards like the Citi Double Cash or Wells Fargo Active Cash cards offering 2% back on all of your spend with no special categories, extra work, or spending limits, then if you're going to be putting extra effort into your credit cards, then you definitely want to get more than that 2% back. So to earn Capital One miles, there's a lot of different cards you can get, all with different earning structures. For example, you could get the Capital One Venture X card and get 10 times back at hotels and rental cars, or 5 times back on flights booked through their portal, with 2 times back on everything else. Or when it comes to Capital One cash back cards, you can actually convert that cash back into miles at a 1 cent to 1 mile rate, essentially giving you 1.5 times miles on the Quicksilver card, or 3 times miles on dining, entertainment, streaming, and grocery stores on the no annual fee Saver One card. It really depends on your situation to know which card is best for you. If you travel a lot and book flights, hotels, rental cars, then the Venture X card might be best suited. Or if you spend a lot at dining and groceries, the Saver card might be better. But on average, I'd say trying to earn 2 points per dollar is a good average given the variety of cards Capital One has. That said, let's look at how valuable these miles are when compared to the baseline of getting 2% back on all of your spend. Okay, so if you log into the Capital One portal and then go to the rewards page, you should see plenty of different redemption options, with the simplest one to understand being redeem for cash. There, you first choose your method of redemption, be it crediting it to the card or getting mailed a physical check. Then choose how many points you want to use for this redemption at a very, very mediocre rate of 0.5 cents a point. That means with our baseline average earning of about 2 miles a dollar, you're only getting 1 cent per dollar spent, which equates to a 1% cash back rate, much lower than the 2% you can get with basic cards like the Double Cash. So unless you're in dire need to cash out all of your points for cash, I would avoid this option at all costs. The next redemption that should be easy to understand would be redeeming through PayPal. Once you link your Capital One card to your PayPal account, all you need to do is choose Pay with PayPal whenever that option is available, then choose the number of points you want to redeem on that purchase. In my example here, the over 150,000 points I have on my card is only worth a little more than $1,200, meaning a rate of just 0.8 cents a point. And again, at a base earning of about 2 miles a dollar, that's only giving you 1.6 cents per dollar spent, or a cash back rate of about 1.6%, again lower than the 2%. And this is similar if you were to use your points, again Capital One entertainment and dining, for things like food events, which will let you get tickets for 0.8 cents a point, or even when you go through the shop with Amazon option. Because once you go through the process and link your card to your Amazon account, you can decide to redeem points at Amazon checkout. And as you can see here, if I'm trying to buy AirPod Pros, which would have costed me $198.44, if I wanted to use points for this entire purchase, I would need 24,805 miles. Again, 0.8 cents a point for a cashback rate of about 1.6% cashback, which is again well below the 2% we want to aim for. That said, there is a time where using Capital One miles towards your Amazon purchase is actually worth it. And that's when there are promotions offering steep discounts for redeeming even just 1 point on your Amazon purchase. For example, according to this Doctor of Credit post, back in May 2021, you could be targeted for getting $20 off $40 in purchases when you use Capital One miles. Remember, for these offers, you only need to use 1 mile, so I wouldn't use any more than that given its poor 0.8 cents a point redemption values. Next up, you can redeem Capital One miles for gift card purchases too. Although there are a lot of options, a lot of them aren't actually that great for value. For example, a $100 Amazon gift card would cost you 12,500 points, similar to an Apple gift card of the same value. Only when you get to specific gift cards like the Nike ones do you see redemption values of about 1 cent a point, which is decent but still not that great, because at an average earning of about 2 cents a dollar, that's 2% cashback, which is similar to the double cash card. So the redemption itself is not bad, but you're really limited to the stores you can actually redeem at. So far, all these redemptions have been versions of actually cashing out and are pretty poor in redemption value and should only be used if you're in dire need to actually get cash. But here's where things get interesting. One of the main ways to use Capital One miles is to redeem for travel purchases within the last 90 days on your card at a 1 cent per mile value. For example, if we click into this option on my account, you'll see that we have 2 charges here for a recent hotel stay at the Vdara in Vegas. Taking the first option, for example, this was a $733.69 charge, which would cost me 73,369 miles to redeem, putting the value at just 1 cent a point. You can also click into the actual line item and change the number of points you want to use, so you don't have to redeem points for the entire purchase. And at 1 cent a point, it's not that bad, because at an earning of 2 miles per dollar, that's like getting 2% cashback on your spend. Because remember, you earn 2 miles per dollar when you're spending on everything with the Capital One Venture X, or getting 3 to 4 miles per dollar when you're spending at broad categories like dining and groceries on cards like the Saver. And instead of redeeming for past bookings, you can actually redeem points for new bookings as well, especially through their travel portal, which actually has special benefits like giving you price predictions on flights, price drop protections, and price match within 24 hours of booking. So taking an example booking, if we wanted to go from Seattle to New York, you could book the flight for $267 in cash or 26,720 miles, as well as getting a prediction on how the price action would be over time, and an option to freeze the price for a small fee in dollars or miles. But by far the best way to use Capital One miles for maximum value would be to transfer them to one of their travel partners and redeeming points that way. Because more likely than not, especially with premium travel like business or first class, you could easily get more than 1 cent a mile in value, usually more than 2 cents a mile or more. Say we wanted to enjoy great sushi and ramen over in Japan. We could book an economy flight through the portal at $1,173, or the equivalent of 117,307 points. However, given that Virgin Red is a travel partner of Capital One, we can move points over at a 1-to-1 miles and points ratio. Given that ANA is a partner of Virgin, we can look at the ANA partner chart to see that the same type of flight going from Western US to Japan would only cost us 60,000 points for economy round trip. That's almost half of the points required if we book direct through the portal instead, giving us a value of almost 2 cents a point. And these redemption values only get exaggerated way more with luxury travel. For example, with the same flight in business class, Google Flights shows a cost of $7,455, which we would need 744,500 points to redeem for. Ouch. But if we look at the redemption chart again, the business class ticket only costs 90,000 points round trip. That means paying in cash the business class ticket costs over 600% more, versus for points, it's only about 50% more. And so if we were to go through this route using 90,000 points, that's putting our points at a value of 8.3 cents a point, which blows all the other redemptions out of the water. Though I should note that when you're talking about business and first class redemptions, the award space is a lot more limited, so you do have to plan way in advance to get these bookings. But in order to do all these types of travels, you're gonna need a lot of Capital One miles. Fortunately, Capital One lets you transfer points between your different cards. For example, you could get the Capital One Venture X card to get the 75,000 mile sign-up bonus. Then 6 months later, given the rule between new Capital One cards, get the Venture card to get another 75,000 miles, combining together for 150,000 miles. Though in the near future, I wouldn't be surprised if they put some type of sign-up bonus cap on all their Venture branded cards, just like how Chase has with the 48-month restriction between bonuses on their Sapphire line of cards. Also, remember you could convert cash back into miles, especially on cards like the Quicksilver line or the Saver line. Then transfer those miles into your Venture cards to get more miles there. Do note that Capital One does limit personal cards to only 2 cards per individual, so choose your cards wisely. That said, points and miles are not the only benefits on all these great cards. So check out this video for a comparison between the Venture X and a close competitor like the Reserve, and this video for credit card hacks that you probably never heard about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.